Hello everyone. Today is lesson 4 of the Advent, Lessons for Godly Play. That ends the lessons until Christmas. I am going to take a little time off to rest, and I'll see you again at Epiphany. And which at that time, I have a really wonderful book that we're going to share about the three Magi. And it is written by Barbara Brown Taylor, and it's called Home by Another Way, and it's delightful. Barbara Brown Taylor is an Episcopal priest who has written many bestseller books. So I'll see you again in a few days. In the meantime, I want you to have a very Merry Christmas. Stay safe, stay healthy, and get ready for this lesson. Quiet your bodies. It's time to hear what we've all been waiting for. Everything has changed. It is now time for the color blue. Blue is the color of Mother Mary. Without Mother Mary, there'd be no baby Jesus. Blue is a serious color, and something serious is about to happen. A king is coming, but it is not the kind of king people thought would come. The king that is coming had no great armies, no houses, no riches. This king was a baby born in a barn. The king who is coming is still coming, and that is full of mystery. And sometimes a mystery is hard to enter, and that is why Advent is so important. Sometimes people can walk right through a mystery and not even know that it is there. And this is the time of the year when you see people being very busy, but they might miss the mystery or not know how to get ready or even forget that it is there. The church learned a long time ago that people need a way to get ready to come close to the mystery of Christmas. And so they set aside 4 weeks. This is such a great mystery that it takes that long to get ready. And during that time, we are all on the way to Bethlehem. We are all making the journey. We are all getting ready to enter the mystery of Christmas. So let's go with the prophets, the Holy Family, the shepherds, the angel, the Magi, and all the rest to make the journey that was not just back then, but is also now. The first week, we celebrated the prophets. The prophets would come so close to God, and God would come so close to them that they knew what was important. They pointed the way to Bethlehem. They didn't know why. They just knew this was the place. Anybody can be a prophet. Boys can be prophets, girls can be prophets. Here is the light of the prophets. Let's enjoy the light. the second week, we celebrated the Holy Family. Here is Bethlehem, and here is the long road leading to Bethlehem. Here is Mother Mary, Father Joseph, and the donkey. When Mary and Joseph were on the way to Bethlehem, Mary was very pregnant, about to have a baby, and it was hard to walk. So she would get on the donkey and ride for a while. And then she would get tired and get off and walk. And then she would ride and walk all the way to Bethlehem. They must have been the last people coming up the road that night. Here is the light of the Holy Family. Let's enjoy the light. On the third Sunday, we celebrated the shepherds and Mother Mary. Here is a shepherd and 3 sheep. There were many more sheep and shepherds out in the field that night. They were standing in the fields around Bethlehem, keeping their sheep. They were trying to stay awake because they did not want the wolves to get their sheep. Suddenly, there was so much light in the sky that it hurt their eyes. They were afraid. Their hearts were beating so loudly. And when they could hear something else besides their hearts beating loudly, they heard singing in the sky. That also scared them until they heard the words of the song. The angels were singing, "Don't be afraid." Angels often say that because it's scary to have a messenger of God come to you. The angels singing sounded something like this. "Don't be afraid. We bring you glad tidings of great joy, peace on earth and goodwill to everyone. A child is born. Go, hurry, run to Bethlehem to see the child who will change everything." This is the light of the prophets. This is the light of the Holy Family. And this is the light of the shepherds and of Mother Mary. There is something different about this candle. It is the color of roses. This is to remember the great joy the angels sang. It also helps us to remember that even though Advent and Christmas can be very serious, it is also very joyous. This Sunday is a time for a little celebration. This also is the color of Mother Mary. We remember Mother Mary because without Mother Mary, there is no baby Jesus. Let's enjoy the light. On the fourth Sunday, we remember the Magi. They came far in the east, and they were so wise that people thought they were magic. In fact, we get our word magic from the name they were called in their own language, the Magi. And of all the things they knew more about the stars. They knew where each star was supposed to be at each time of the year, so they could tell people when to plant their crops, or take a trip on the ocean, or cross the high mountain passes when the snow wasn't too deep. Suddenly, they saw a wild star. It was not on any of their maps. It did not stay put. They decided to follow that star, to see where it was going and what it wanted to show them. And they followed the star all the way to Bethlehem. And they came from so far away that they were very late. They came after the baby was born, and every year they're late. They usually don't arrive until January 6th, 12 days after Christmas. We call this special day Epiphany, but we remember them today because, like us, they too are on the journey. Here is the light of the prophets. Here is the light of the Holy Family. Here is the light of the shepherds and the angels and Mother Mary. And here is the light of the Magi. Let's enjoy the light. Look, when you come to the mystery of Christmas, everything changes. It becomes the color of pure celebration. This is when the baby is born. And the mystery of Christmas. This is amazing. But of all the creatures that were there that night, the most amazed was the old cow. When she went to her feed box in the morning to get her breakfast, to eat some straw, she had found that the manger had become a bed, and all the cow could do was look and look at the baby with her big brown eyes. The baby that we all have been waiting for, the mystery of Christmas. Wait, there is one thing missing though. I wonder what it could be. It is the Christ candle. Let's enjoy the light. Now I am going to change all the lights. Look what happens when I changed the light of the prophets. It is in one place, easy to see, but then it becomes invisible. And then there is the light of the Holy Family. And as you can see, it is filling the room. The light of the shepherds, the angels, and Mother Mary, all in one place. And then the light changes, and it fills the room. And then finally, the light of the Magi, getting thinner and thinner. And then the light of the Christ candle, mingling with the Holy Family, the prophets, the shepherds, and the Magi. Anywhere I go in the room today, the prophets, the Holy Family, the Magi, the shepherds, and the Christ candle will be there with me. You can do this too on your Advent wreath with help from your parents, so that all of these will be with you always through the mystery of Christmas.